Why a man like him, a well-known physician and all, would choose to work here?
It's rare Lady Luck smiles down on us here.
I just don't know.
Best not to question reasons why. Aye, but sometimes the price is too high. And there's always a price.
Welcome back. I'm Asher Strong with the Midlife Gamers. If you liked what you are seeing and all the stuff we do here, why don't you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is Vampyr. Hey. Last we did, I picked up a quest because someone's stalking one of the patients in here. There's a few more people on the first floor I'm going to talk to, but I want to do this mission first. Weird loading. Alright, so there's somewhere around here, bud. Oh, what's that? Those rats? Oh, that's resistance people, huh? Alright, let me see. Let me find out. Let me figure this out. It's like a house I could get into. Let me find out. These guys are hunting this lady because she says she's a vampire. Obviously, she's fucking sick. So, looks like I found the back door here. Sneak? Is there a sneaking button? What are my buttons? I gotta learn my buttons again. Okay, that's dodge. Accept. Swing. Okay, yeah. Alright. So. Okay, Perwin agents. Controls, because I don't actually know. Do I have a sneak button? That's memorize. That's vampiric skills. That's check up. Vampiric skills. Got it. Use items. Switch items. Sense. Lock target. Yeah, I don't have a sneak button, which is a little surprising in modern day, but okay. Give me that ass. Ha ha!
Bloody leech!
Yeah, Yeah. I killed your friend. You gonna kill me? Huh? You gonna kill me? Come here. Let me feed. Yes. Feed on you, boy. You're mine. You're my little fucking. You're my blood source. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's go. 1. Oh, what's that? Feeding time again. Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Give me this. Fucking losers. I know in the last episode I was playing this, there's a lot of talking. But once you figure out the majority of like who people are and stuff, I imagine that actually slows down drastically. Yeah. What's this? The 25th of October, guard a Pinwin command post. East End patrols. Vampire activity, hospital, survey, investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there, observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us. We will decide what action should be taken. Yes. Yes. Oh, is there more mission? Oh, there's more mission. Alright. Alright. That's in there. Alright, I'll go. It might be hard. Might be very difficult when I go in here. Who knows? I don't really know what's the deal. Whitechapel Street. It's very serious here. What is that noise? Due to curfew not opened after 9 p.m. What is that noise? Oh, I can't take that on. I can't take that on at all. I'm just gonna skip that. Run by that. What is that? It's like falling apart. Alright, looks like I do need to pull this right. Oh, these guys are strong. No, I gotta level up a bit. I gotta level up a bit before I do anything in there. Cause God, jeez. That is like level fucking 18 dude in there, and like, come on. Come the fuck on. Back's kinda hurting. Alright, I think I left off talking to people around this area. Unfinished letter. It's the 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors get out of the hospital. As soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, to go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fedwick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick? That big guy with the mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him. Ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm, Harvey Fitwick.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Are you Mr. Chadwick?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
What is with the fucking echo? Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
What is with the reverb?
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
About that?
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids.
Oh.
We never found her body.
Oh.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh.
So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children
weird term.
after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I mean, your blessings.
Is there
right?
anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Yes, you
Goodbye
should.
for now, Mr.
Bye,
Fiddick.
Mr.
I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
How can we be sure?
I want stuff. You want stuff? Who are you? Is that you? Is Timothy? I came in here, I talked to, I think, maybe a doctor? I don't know. Well, I recognize the hallway. This door is just wide open. Like, hello. Oh, hello. Like this. Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of a honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Despite the bad behavior of the Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Mr. Hooks is selling beds, huh? Selling beds to get up in this piece, huh? That sounds like some scumbag behavior.
Seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
Yes. Yes. Doctor? I'm a doctor too. Doctor. Where's that lady? You're that lady. Alright, so when I actually left off last time, I was going to
Good
start
evening, sir.
a conversation with this woman.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Your life in London.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you that
Are
rich?
you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Good for you.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me about your
Tell me
rival.
more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start.
Hooks.
And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
You're right. It would not. You're so right, in fact. Personal questions. Alright,
Goodbye,
madame.
Mrs. Goswick.
Madame.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Mortimer, calm down.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Alright, life in London, but how about
Why
your...
did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Sounds like a good ma.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Your
Is
mother
your
is
mother
bothering
bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Alright. How painful is your throat, sir?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Okay. Alright. We'll back that off. Personal questions. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Alright, butterscotch candies.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Alright, let's look at... Not this. Not that. Let's look at this. I have 4 more people I can talk to. Oh, his blood quality is premium status, huh? Oh, he's fatigued. He's fatigued. Alright.
Never could keep anything from her. With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Have we talked before?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Thanks. Tell me about yourself,
Please,
bud.
could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Who made you choose this
What made you
career, huh?
choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Thanks. I'm glad to
It's
help you.
always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Tell me
I
about
based
your
my
experiments.
technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Give me that. About the
What can you
hospital.
tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need my help?
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Hey. To open the investigation. Citizen blah blah blah. Track him with the square button. Reach the pharmacy. Someone else needs me to also do that. Okay. Okay. Huh? About your blood fusion
Tell me
technique.
more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed.
That's fair.
Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me
Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Alright.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
There's a doctor over here. I don't know if I talked to him. Hey, you. Who you? Who this? Who you?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Alright, bro. Fuck you. How about this?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Is your
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
That's true.
If you have a
Probably.
problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
It's about the patients, bro.
But I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Alright.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Alright.
Since your
asshole.
tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair, I guess.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
Damn, bro.
It seems you have bad
Going
memories
in
of
on
your
me.
military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
There's a few things we've agreed on, but okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
This guy's a jerk. This guy is a huge jerk. Alright, I need to meet 2 more people. These guys are all related to each other. Look at all these clues I have on them. Oh, I can remember. Oh. This man is ripe for the picking. We need to talk.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Your life in London. Personal questions. Why feel
Tell
guilty?
me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Yes, I understand. I get it. Your life in is still a thing. I don't
Goodbye
know
for
why.
now, Mr. Fiddick.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Bye. You can stop talking. There's a phone ringing somewhere. Alright, so
Ghost on every street corner.
I did this. I did
Daily
these.
routine.
I need to talk to this Hook person. Hook.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Always. I got some personal questions for you.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Alright.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are
I
ready to pay
don't
to get a hospital
care.
bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Care. Probably. Probably, bro.
Goodbye, Milton.
But you know, people aren't scumbags. People are scumbags, but you know, people shouldn't be scumbags. I got a lot of experience. I need to level up. I need to get stronger
It's locked, all right.
than yesterday. Long letter. Oh god, that is a long letter. If you want to read it, you can pause. Pause there. Pause there. Pippa Hawkins. We'll learn more through that conversation. I wasn't going to read that whole thing. I'm not a very good reader. If they're short, I'll read them, sure. And that also brings up the point that I will probably never play an older RPG, mostly due to all the talking I would have to do. All the reading and yada yada. I'm not a very good reader. It's not my best skill. I could read, I could comprehend what I'm reading, but you know, I'm gonna be real with you. What's this? I'm gonna be real with you. Reading for the camera, reading for you guys, that is difficult. That is difficult, boy.
It's locked, all right.
Hello? Let's go back in. Let's go to this bed. Let's go to this bed. But first... There we go. I just had to do something with my headset. Alright, so we're going upstairs finally. There's 2 more people in the hospital I need to talk to. They're probably up here, but I'm gonna look for some crafting materials. Oh, that's Dr. Swana office. Let's can't open this door. Oh, what's this? I'll take a used hacksaw. What is this? Thomas Elwood, male, age 28. Followed by Dr. Teppitz. Convalescence? Date to release to be determined. He was administered about a month ago, or whatever. The patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedative, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin. He says examination of the what's the word? Cauterized tissue shows no traces of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be the case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be the case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as punished for not dying with his comrades. It's all in his head. Give me all that. Crafted. Is this my office? What's it say? Oh, that's all
It's
their
locked.
offices. They share an office. That's my office. So I know now where it is. I can now.
It's locked.
Come on. Why is everything locked? Let's go even further beyond. Ah! Sad music. Oh, there's a run. I know how to run. Up, no door. Okay. There's 2 people in this hospital. I don't know where the fuck they are.
Not now.
Alright. Alright, James. Let me in here. This is my office.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Yes, you won't be. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, you're talking about me. Alright, I'll kind of read this. It's a rare opportunity for almost privileged to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I have personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekin, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. Memorize. Blood awareness. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act, move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to leave, to flee, I have seen a vampire move as quickly as quick. Oh my god. I have seen a vampire move so quickly, it is almost as if they had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute which allows them to run, dodge, jump longer, faster than us. I also noticed that at such speeds seem to exhaust them, that they are bound to physical limitations. Woo! A lot of reading. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait memorization. Mesmerization. But it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend the mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I reviewed even told me the more the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be. As if the vampire could literally fracture their target psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary wildly from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness? I'm not reading all that. They can sense blood. They can sense blood real fast, real far. They're super...
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Alright, well, let's get some water then. Senor? You want me to do that? Oh, you want me to analyze stuff. Oh. Refill. Is this bill as a PC game? Why do I feel like this was a PC game that just by chance they're like, we're gonna make it a console game? Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Kane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the attire, decorations, but it's not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice that there's an open window with scaffolding that will allow you to enter and exit without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all might be to you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are presently facing, I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to the Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk again soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swanson. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Akan in the last few years. Feel free to read it if you need some guidance, as long as you do not use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Don't worry. I probably will. I'm not evil. No. I'm a good person. Yeah, sunlight could still get through some of these windows. I'm just saying. You need to put some newspaper up. Do you have newspaper? You know what newspaper is? What if I sleep? Can I sleep now? I'm gonna level up. time to level up. I want all those things. How much you? 300? 300? 300? 300? Guess what I'm doing? 300. $300. And 300. Oh, we got science over here? 3 serums. Nope, we're doing more blood. Blood, teeth, big thirst. Yes. Yes. The power. And I'll get other stuff. No. Confirmed. I'm a powerful vampire. The following night. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. When crafting, you first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click the to analyze components. Fresh blood sample. Analyzing. I learned of a serum. Regenerates 300 points instantaneously and 150 over the next 15 seconds. That's 10 a second. Alright. Can I upgrade this? You got upgrades? What's going on here? Increase damage dealt. I'll do this one. That's better. Can I choose between the two? No? Okay. Oh, this one could really get upgraded. Cool. What about you? Yeah, I wish the fucking... my baby would get upgraded more, but okay. Okay. How about my gun? Nope. That's what it sounds like.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Alright. And then I would have done this, but I already did this. I just need to rest. Oh. That says reset, not rest. I got a moment of dyslexia. I had but one moment of dyslexia.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
That's a good question. Night shift. Answered the door. That's cool. Do I still have a quest? Do I still have this investigation? I do. Cool. Alright. I'm a badass.
I want to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yes, Dorothy? Just clean yourself up. Covered in blood.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
I'll open yours.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
Just kidding.
A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Should be nicer to people, bud. Should be nicer to people, bud. Have we met? You should have name tags. Oh wait, I could just do this. We met? Yes, we have. Oh, God. Oh. What's happening? Investigate citizens' actions? You mean that guy? What is happening? What is that? Wait, hold on. Hold on. What's happening here? Who's that?
I cannot enter.
Hold on. What does that mean? I was just using this sense power, and then all of a sudden I have citizens' actions. Enter the old morgue.
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, there's something about this red one. What is this? Oh. What are you doing, bud?
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time?
What are you doing? You getting high? Motherfucker.
That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
Oh! Oh! Fuck! This motherfucker's a drug addict. Well, I'll be. small B. I gotta talk to this new person. There's a new person over there. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We'll have to do that next time. I'm Asher Strong with the Midlife Gamers. If you like the content that we are producing, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our podcasts on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Audible, wherever you listen to your podcast. And I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, here's some videos you may enjoy. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. You can also find us at our Twitch channel, MLG Podcast. Again, me and Corey thank all of you, and we'll catch you later. Pew, pew, pew.